So anytime you start talking military history, whether it's Civil War, World War I, World War II, whatever, a lot of focus and emphasis gets put on the movements of the armies and the military and the battles and different things like that. And one of the elements that commonly gets overlooked is how it affects the civilians in the area where the battle is taking place. Well, in the last video, we were talking about the Battle of Franklin. And in this one, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the civilian element. And really, there is no better place to do that than right here at the Carter House in Franklin, Tennessee. Now, in the last video, we were talking about the Battle of Franklin, and one of the iconic locations for that battle is right here at the Carter House. So prior to the battle, a guy by the name of Major General Jacob D. Cox, who was under the Union command of Schofield, stopped at this house really early in the morning while everybody was still asleep and knocked on that front door of the Carter family and basically let them know that they were going to be setting up a headquarters there. He told the family that they could stay because he didn't think that being on this high position that the Confederates would actually attack here. He thought that they would maybe try some flanking maneuvers. So he thought that the family would be safe, and turns out it ended up being a little bit of a hazardous area to be. Okay, so we're approaching the back door of the Carter House here, and I'm on the back porch, and my gosh, right before you even get into the house, look at this. Those are not woodpecker holes. Those are all made from Confederate bullets that were being fired at the Union lines. Looks like another little bullet strike right here. Golly. And the family was actually here on the property at the time. Now look at this. So just beneath, let me get it in focus, just beneath that wire mesh covering, that is the entry hole for a cannonball. And just absolutely tore this house up. Gosh, can't even imagine. Okay, so just got into the Carter House here, and just like everywhere I go, if I can find somebody who knows more than I do to show me around, then I am going to take full advantage of that. So I've got with me Brad, who works as a historical interpreter here and also does a lot of the production work for the Battle of Franklin. They've got a YouTube page that has a lot of good information on it. So anyway, probably going to defer to his expertise quite a bit as we go through this house. Okay, so we just entered into the Carter House, and this is the master bedroom slash family parlor. Let me see if I can get a little bit more light out of this here. Interesting. So yeah, kind of interesting having like a bedroom and family parlor. Oop. And yeah, haven't even been in here 5 minutes and I've already violated the rules. So anyway, as I was saying, this is a master bedroom and parlor, which is kind of interesting. During that time, I guess they had to utilize every room that they could. But take a look at this. This is really, really fascinating. If you look at the headboard, get that in focus here, right here, that's a bullet strike from the Battle of Franklin. Right above that pillow. Gosh, how crazy is that? Okay, now as with a lot of historic items, you know, this is a chair, and it doesn't seem like much, but whenever you know that this chair was struck by a Civil War bullet, well, it makes something ordinary into something quite fascinating. Golly. Okay, I'm looking out the window to the south of the Carter house right now, and I really like what they've done. They've put a picture here to show you what the Carter family's view would have been in November of 1864. This kind of brings you into that moment just a little bit more. Advantage of having a little bit of a contact on the inside is you get some access to some places that might not be on the regular tour. So I'm able to go upstairs here, which you can't do because, you know, you can't have too many people in this small area. But I do want to show a little bit of behind the scenes here at the Carter house. This is pretty interesting. Okay, now this is an upstairs bedroom that would have been for the kids or maybe some of the women in the house. And you can see it's a really tight, confined space. Now, the Confederates would have been advancing from the south side here. So rifle fire would have been coming in, and take a look at this. Now, this is in the kids' bedroom. And you can see spots in the wall where there were bullet strikes. And then if I go over here to the other side, well, there you can see where it blasted through. Golly. Man, that must have been awful.
So if you come for a tour, one of the last things we do is we bring folks down here to the cellar, because this is where the Carter family sheltered during the battle. And as you get down here, you see it was a nice cellar for the time. It wasn't just a root cellar, it was enough space you could stand upright. It's cooler down here in the summertime. There's a fireplace, so it's warmer in the winter. But we think they used this first area as part of their living space, likely as a dining room, which is why we have it set up like that today. But when the Carter family sheltered down here during the battle, you've got 16 family members, at least 7 enslaved individuals, who come down here right when the battle begins, or when the violence erupts. The Confederate Army is coming towards them from this direction, from the south. And so they go to the northernmost room of the house, which is straight back through here. So we're coming through a space that was set up as like a pantry, and then this back room would have been used as storage. But how we have it set up today is that we have a chair representing each individual who we believe was down here during the battle. So all of the Carters and the Carter in-laws, the neighbor family by the last name of Lotes, who sheltered down here as well. Their house still stands on the other side of the road. And the names of at least 7 enslaved individuals. There might have been more, but we think at least 7 enslaved individuals were down here as well. They were down here for 10 or 12 hours through all the fighting. Would have heard everything going on outside.
Now, what we are looking at right here is the original farm office of the Carter house. And as you approach, you can see that this building just absolutely got peppered during the battle. But if you go inside, look at that. My gosh, that is absolutely insane. I don't know that there is any other battlefield of the Civil War that you can go to and see anything like that. Okay, so I'm now standing on the south end of the farm office. So the Confederates would have been firing in this direction and would have been positioned behind me. And over here is the Smokehouse. And again, just look at all of the battle damage. That is absolutely crazy. So during the battle, one thing that Brad pointed out to me is that, go through this gate, you would have had Union soldiers positioned right here and right here, getting protection from these buildings. Well, look at this. All along this brick wall, anytime you see like one of these little gray marks, well, that is a lead strike from a Confederate bullet as they were firing on the Union soldiers that were right here in this funnel. Here you can see some more damage over here. This place really is incredible. Had no idea that I'd be seeing this kind of stuff today. Very, very cool. Okay, so again, there's the Carter house, and this is the kitchen, and as you can see, just like the other structures, completely chewed up from Confederate bullets. Man, oh man. All right, well, that was the Carter house right here in Franklin, Tennessee. Golly, had no idea that this place was here. It came to me highly recommended, and I'm so glad that I came, because you are not going to go to any other Civil War battlefield and see anything like what they have here. Pretty remarkable. Very glad that I came.